Alright, here's a griffin treasure chest game that was recorded during the same period as I was trying to get the earliest possible level 3 tier 6. And I ended up not using it at the time because I already had 3 videos in a row, or maybe it was 4 videos in a row of the same thing, and I didn't want to go an entire week with only uploading the same types of runs. So we've spaced it out a bit, and if you didn't see any of those videos for whatever reason, the strategy with this was to go for either spider, high level spider pilled into a level 3 griffin, or water of youth guinea pig into stoat. I guess you could also get spider from the guinea pig, but then of course you need the pill afterwards. And mandrill, with its ability to break a toy, allows you to actually skip some of the turns required for the treasure chest. But I guess we'll get to that in a minute. So here we're going to lose. I mean, most of the time I was going for this challenge, I was losing or drawing almost all the early turns. So here we get the guinea pig. We take the level up, but just completely roll past the tier 4s. Convert the guinea pig into a spider. And so next turn we need to try and find 2 pills. And hope that we get griffin. But of course, because this is a video, you know I'm going to get griffin already. Level 3 camel, giving ridiculous buffs. Yeah, I guess if you're going for the guinea pig method, you are pretty likely to lose, but with spider, you're a lot more likely to keep some hearts intact. So there's the griffin, and we immediately get the pill. So we can pill the mandrill, break the treasure map, and that produces the treasure chest. And now it's just a case of trying to survive in time that we can actually use the tier 6. So it'll take 2 more turns. It's guaranteed that we're going to survive, but really I would like to preserve some more lives. And so I just take a bunch of these summon units. We get sheep there, and this platypus is going to spawn a couple of 3/3s, but that's not going to be good enough. Actually, I think that person is a YouTuber. I'll link to their channel in the description, although I think it is it's either Spanish or Portuguese language. So I tend not to actually watch them myself since I have no idea what they're talking about. I've edited out a long pause here. I'm not sure why I was, I must have been tabbing out of the game, which is something I was doing a lot during this challenge, just to, read Discord, try and maintain my interest, because a lot of the time the games would just be duds and you would, you were just going through the motions basically. We get matched with hedgehog blowfish, which is pretty common when you've got this, you've had a bad start, you've only got 1 trophy. And I think actually here, as a result of the hedgehog damage, it's going to end up being a 1 HP loss. But that's okay, we're about to get our level 3 tier 6, which hopefully is going to carry us. And it is level 3 reindeer. So, yeah, I mean, I guess on turn 8 in customs, having triple melon before attack is not quite invincibility on turn 8, but it's not too far off. I mean, I guess you can get units that have incredibly high attack in the first slot, but they're not all that common, I don't think, really, these days when jellyfish and salamander have been toned down quite a lot. So I decide that I'm going to copy the reindeer with this parrot, although I think I do end up giving up on that. A lot of the time I was using parrot to copy whichever tier 6 I ended up getting. So essentially I'm having 2 tier 6 units earlier than should be possible. But I think in this game, as we go forward, the parrot is actually going to be removed from the team. So yeah, you can see there, their front unit had decent stats, but the melon on the reindeer basically makes it invincible. And thankfully the tiger bug didn't have quite enough snipe damage there to remove it, and we win because of the spider. But then I get this shop with double alpaca. And I think there's quite a few things you could do here. You could actually just buy the 2 alpacas, buy the kappa, and then pill it. And then you immediately would get 2 14, I think it's 14, 17 units. But I think maybe at this stage I wasn't quite willing to give up on the parrot yet. So I don't end up doing that. Of course, it also just is beneficial to take a level up on turn 9. So I could have just bought the kappa to get the level up for another tier 6. But instead, what happens is I find this turkey, and we're going to go for level 2 turkey. And then I can potentially sell either the parrot or one of the alpacas for the tier 6, since I actually have found another alpaca in the shop anyway, if I want to do another instant level 2. So there's a few things you could do here. You could just wait till the following turn in order to get the immediate level 2 tier 6, or you could take one of these tier 6s. But instead I decide to actually sell one alpaca and buy the eggplant onto the turkey, which is maybe a little bit dubious. But we face this low stat snipe team, and the triple melon on the reindeer is actually going to get us the draw, which is pretty comical. And the eggplant I don't think did anything. So turkey comes in, alpaca comes in, gets the buff from the turkey. We take the level 2 Komodo, which immediately becomes a 14-12, and I get another reindeer on level up. So we can bring in the second reindeer. It gets the buff from the turkey, and now we're going to have the level 2 Komodo scaling these two powerful sweeper units. And it's just a case of finding other things to replace the alpaca and the turkey. Now I could have just bought the fig there, putting a fig on one of the reindeers would make sense. But I think I'm going to go for this Boitata instead. Just one of those units that doesn't seem to be used all that much. And actually for once the crisp actually made a difference there. And again, the triple melon on the reindeer basically works like invincibility. And unfortunately now though we have, with these 3 high tier units already in the team, the turkey is kind of, it's time for the turkey to go. And I'm just going to increase the number of reindeer on the squad. And we'll just look for perks and levels now. I guess that's not entirely true. Our lineup is going to be slightly different by the end. But really, I think having the, of all the things that were in the pack, I can't remember exactly what they were, but we saw there was a grizzly bear there. And clearly my team wasn't really set up for that. There was Hydra as well. Hydra doesn't really work with Komodo because, if it gets pushed to the front, you can end up just wasting a bunch of spawns. So of the things that were available, probably these 2 units were the best things I could be going for. Extremely rare here to see an Abomination team without Parrot. And I don't think I even noticed it at time of recording, but the Abomination had actually swallowed a Velociraptor there because it gave coconut to the strawberry drop bear. Not sure I've ever seen anyone do that before. I could take the lemon. Yeah, we'll put lemon. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, I guess I'm just looking for levels on the crisp snake. I can't remember if I had the achievement for it or not, but yeah, oftentimes you can find that it works like this. In this particular battle where it just doesn't do anything because the unit is just too weak. Level 3 Great One. And actually the melon saves us there. Always nice when the mathematics works out in your favour. I think maybe I'm not buying any perks here because I don't have any at all on the team. And maybe I was just going to try and go all the way to the end without any equipment. Since we do have so many melons from the reindeer. And yeah, here we go, crisp on 2/1/1 ants. Definitely not the best value there. But it is going to be a win. Although it was actually closer than I expected there, the damage from the level 3 hedgehog, quite significant. So if I'm not going for perks, I'm not really sure what I'm looking for here. I guess, okay, Water of Youth maybe. Clearly, Komodo, once we've scaled up these units, we could transform it into something else. We have 2 options for that, although I don't know if Competo is actually in this pack. And here's someone going for the level 3 Hydra Head achievement there. But high health and attack reindeer just ploughing through the units at the front. And again, the crisp I don't think made any difference there. The 1 mana snipe on the lionfish at the back. Yeah, I guess maybe I'm just looking for as many reindeer levels as possible. Which we do end up finding, and probably too late to bother with level 3 Komodo now. A summon team with weakness. You love to see level 3 flee when you've got a reindeer, because most of the time it's going to be completely wasted. I guess we do have one unit that's going to still be weak. But I think this team just doesn't have enough summons. Yeah, the Falcon gets eliminated. And the Shark at the back, although it's very large, isn't going to compete. So okay, I do go for the level on the Komodo. I suppose since I am planning on water youthing it, it's fine to have it at level 3 because we're going to get more value out of whichever tier 6 it transforms into. And okay, I'm going to freeze the reindeer. And you can see there I gave up on the eggplant because I think I have decided I'm going no perks for the rest of this run. Lizard team. Kind of unusual to see one this late, turn 17 lizard team. Definitely not unusual to see worm plus jerboa, but the reindeer melons are going to make a big difference. So now it's time to see what the Komodo is going to transform into. So I actually check the pack to see what I've got. And honestly, there aren't that many combat abilities, but we are very lucky to get a level 3 grizzly, which is going to work perfectly with the reindeer. And now I realize that I've removed the Komodo, I can actually reorder the squad into the lineup that I want. And I think I didn't actually quite get them right there. Maybe I wanted the... I should have probably put the 31-35 in the middle. Again, the crisp doesn't do anything. But the reindeer is going to clash with the opposing melon unit. And the grizzly does actually get to fire. And there's another win with I think it was a turn 8 level 3 tier 6. So not a personal best, but a fun one nonetheless.